Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being patient with us. I bid all of you a very warm welcome to this event. This event is the first BFX talk held as a part of the second version of BFX Skillathon, which is being organized by BFXPrism in association with Atal Community Innovation Center, which is ACIC, and Naresh Vas's Center for Tinkering and Innovation, NVCTI. The motive is to advance brilliant minds. Our participants of Skillathon are taught about basic tech skills they're interested in and later given a chance to implement their skills and innovate. We have today with us our Professor Ajit Kumar, the coordinator of Institute Events. I would like to welcome him in this meet. Thank you so much for being here, sir. We also have a very special guest today. He is the founder of Acad-boost and also a Limca Book of Records holder for a perfect score. Yes, a perfect score of 360 out of 360 in JEE Main 2017. He had the All India rank 1, Mr. Kalpit Veerwal. He is here with us today. So please welcome him by typing a message in the chat. Sir, a very warm welcome to you here today. I'm sorry, sir, you're at mute. I think your audio is muted, sir. I think there are some audio issues. If the host.
Anushka.
Yeah.
Anushka, we also have the other professors here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Let's greet them once.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I think I was muted by the host or something like that. Anyways,
so sorry for that.
No, it's all right. So thanks a lot for the introduction and to the team of Skillathon. The event seems very innovative and it's a very nice event to be at. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So before we move ahead with the conversation with our speaker, we have a professor here, Professor Ajit Kumar. So I would like to request sir to say a few words to everyone here. Sir, please, if you would. Professor.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're perfect.
Sorry, I'm outside. I am unable to on my video. I think it's okay with you all. First of all, thank you, Anushka, for giving me an opportunity to interact with the young buddies here. And I'm very happy that this BFXPrism BeingArtifex is moving ahead to nurture the young minds. And it's extremely very good to know that the students of our institute are doing very great. And I'm very also happy that we are with us, Mr. Kalpit Veerwal, who is the Limca Book World Record holder. So I think this is a very good opportunity for all the candidate students here to interact with him. And if I remember last year also, this BFX BeingArtifex has launched this event and this was a great success. The best part of this particular event is that you see nowadays it's a time of your digital platforms and digital things. So if somebody if you are getting something sitting at your home, nothing can be best than that. And I think for the young innovators for the school students, it is a big larger opportunity that you are getting the things from one of the brightest minds of the country. So with all these words, I wish the BeingArtifex team the very best and all the best for the future. And I hope that this event will be successfully conducted. And I also welcome Mr. Kalpit Veerwal for this particular event. I'm very happy that I can see one of the brightest mind of this country. If I'm correct, he is the rank 1 holder of 2017 batch IIT JEE. So I'm very happy that I can see him. So all the best from my side. And please, Anushka, carry on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your words, Professor. Before going ahead, I would like to thank our professors, Professor Pankaj Mishra, Associate Dean, Innovation and Head of Center of NVCTI, Professor Ajit Kumar Sir, Professor Akansha Sinha, Manager Innovation, and Professor Kamila Chaudhary, Manager Planning and Operation. Without your support, without your guidance, this event would not have been possible. So thank you so much for guiding us, for allowing us to have this event. Now we have a short video to welcome all of you here. So can we have this video, please? If the team could just, yes. I think it's not audible. If you could check the audio, please. Okay, while we have this video, okay, it seems like we have an issue here. While the issue is being sorted, yes, it's okay now.
But now I realize that वो comfort zone मैंने छोड़ा, but it has some payoff.
Okay, so thank you for that. The video was the work of the BFX team members, Ayush Chikate and Ayush Gupta. Thank you for that video. Before we move on ahead, I would like to call upon a Professor Akansha Sinha, ma'am, to say a few words and address the students. Ma'am. Professor. Pranamika, could you check if she's here with us?
Yes.
Professor, can you hear us? Pranamika, maybe you can unmute.
Anushka.
Yes, sir.
Actually, Dr. Akanksha has went for bringing her daughter. She is here now. Please.
Yes, sir. So I would invite Professor Akanksha Sinha ma'am to address the students.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Akanksha Sinha, and currently I am working as Manager Innovation in ACIC IIT ISM Foundation. First of all, I would like to give my heartiest congratulations and warm welcome to Mr. Kalpit Veerwal. I have heard a lot about him, and really it's commendable job to secure full marks in IIT Mains. Really, it's very great. Then I would like to congratulate the Skeleton, the team, BeingArtifex team, for conducting such a nice talk for all the students present here. I would also like to say a few points about ACIC IIT ISM Foundation. Actually, we have been entrusted by NITI Aayog, Government of India, as well as IIT ISM Dhanbad. So the basic purpose of ACIC IIT ISM Foundation is to incubate the budding entrepreneurs. Like there are many students present here who might be having some idea, but they don't know what to do further. उस आइडिया को आगे कैसे लेके जाना है ये उनके दिमाग में कहीं ना कहीं रह जाता है. That's why we don't get those entrepreneurs who are actually the country is not able to produce that much entrepreneurs. So what we are doing is we are providing them a suitable ecosystem, a suitable environment, seed funding, everything that a budding entrepreneur needs. And the students, those who have joined here, like I can see there are 150 participants and most of you are students. So since BeingArtifex is also incubated in ACIC IIT ISM Foundation, I would like you students also to please come up with bright ideas. And I will promise that the team of ACIC will give all the requirements, will fulfill all your requirements. This is all from my side. Thank you, Anushka. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Professor. With that, let's move on to the main part of this event. That is the conversation with our very special guest here. Sir, Kalpit sir, I welcome you once again to this event.
Thanks a lot.
So whenever people introduce you, or I just introduced you, I talked about you being a founder of Acad-boost, you having that perfect score in JEE Mains, which is like unbelievable. So how has it been for you? How has your journey been from school to JEE to college to now being a founder of a company?
I think it has been an amazing journey, and I really enjoyed all parts of it, be it in school, be it in IIT, or during my JEE preparation phase, or even now. It seems very obvious when you look at it that I was a good student, and I am now helping students achieve great results in their exams. Starting from class 9th, we also guide a lot of engineering students. So if you look at it from the outside, seems like a very obvious thing to do, but on the inside, it was not something that came very obviously to me. I was exploring a lot of other areas before stumbling upon Acad-boost, and I'm grateful to everyone who has helped me in this. All the teachers and all the friends, or my parents, family, God, everyone. And even in Acad-boost, I would like to thank all the students foremost. I have shared this the YouTube link of this on my YouTube channel as well. So a few students from there might be watching. I would like to thank all of them. They have been instrumental in everything that we do, all the employees and everyone involved at Acad-boost as well. So it has been a great journey, and I'm enjoying every second of it.
Great. Thank you so much, sir, for that beautiful explanation. I mean, it's inspiring because all of us here at our college and even the students we have today, I think they'll be inspired a lot listening to you. So how has your entrepreneurship journey been like, the highs and the lows, if you could share that with us?
I think a lot of people, especially who are running companies that rely a lot on media impressions, they would like to say that entrepreneurship is a journey full of highs, lows, this and that. But I think it has been vastly overstated. I would not say it is something which is, there's no such thing as too much of a high or low if you go through it in a very planned and a systematic way. So I would never say that I've been, let's say, on a low, because saying that would probably be, it would not be a good thing if you look at how many people struggle with their daily lives and all of that. Because I'm in a very privileged position from the very start, like ever since I got into IIT. I think there weren't many lows when it comes to the journey of Acad-boost. During my JEE preparation, during my college days, in my personal life, yes, there have been a few lows. The highs, I would say that I don't really like to celebrate any achievements or get too many highs in my life, or even in the work of the company in general, because celebrating too often is often something that slows you down, or it distracts you from what you want to achieve. Lows की ऐसे बात करें तो yes, there are ways in which you can hit a low. For example, if you have a certain, if we speak in a financial way, let's say you have a certain goal for the month of May 2022. Let's say you wanted to earn X amount of money, you wanted to have X amount of revenue, because you have to have these internal goals as a company, right? And you don't meet them. So that is something you can call a low. Okay, it's not a life-ending thing like a lot of people say ki, you know, they hit a low where their company was about to die. We don't have that kind of an issue because we are a profitable and bootstrap company. No one is going to kick us in the butt if we don't meet our revenue targets for 1 month or so. But if such a thing happens, let's say such a low happens, then what really pays is not to think too much about it, but to look at what caused that low. Okay, so I'll try to see ki kya problem thi, or what was the thing jiski wajah se that goal could not be met. Or if there's sometimes, let's say you wanted to earn X amount of revenue in 1 month, or you wanted to hit X number of views on the website, or you wanted to hit X number of downloads on the app, or you wanted to hit X number of subscribers on the channel, for example. Okay, so I look at ki क्यों ज़्यादा आया इस बार. Okay, so I try to, I'm quite a data driven person. मैं देखता हूँ कि क्या उसमें अच्छी चीज हुई from which I can learn, and if it was not optimal, then what was the thing which I lacked. So that is how I like to deal and talk about highs and lows in the journey.
So very systematic and realistic approach to entrepreneurship. I think it's a myth buster sort of for people who believe that it's a very dramatic thing. Like you just mentioned that there is no such thing as an extreme high or an extreme low. And I'm sure that is an interesting fact for a lot of us here. You just said that you don't truly consider anything like a very great achievement because it can hold you back. But still, if you had to mention one thing which you consider a biggest life achievement till date, what would you say?
That's a hard question, because what you consider as an achievement is very different from what the public considers as an achievement. Okay, I don't like to talk about numbers or finances in public because it's a very deterring thing. I see a lot of content being made around the idea that, oh, I earn X amount of money per month, or I earned X amount of money last year. I rarely try to talk about it, but there were certain financial goals which I wanted to achieve ever since I was a kid. And I achieved them within, let's say, 5 or 6 months of starting Acad-boost. So I think that was one achievement, because I was someone who was brought up in a very middle class family. Okay, I'm from a very small town. I live in a very, not a very small town. I'm from Udaipur, but I'm in an area which is not, you know, I live in a suburb in Udaipur. Okay, so not brought up in the richest of settings. So for me, at least in the initial years of business, money made a significant impact on me. So that would be one achievement. But I don't think that is what the public sees as an achievement, because I never share it. So from a public point of view, I think getting into IIT, topping the JEE, that counts as a big achievement in probably the public size. But if you want to point out one particular incident which changed my life, I think that would be back when I was 14 years old. I've shared this story quite a while back on my channel, and I think that video has like 3 lakh views or something. So a lot of people know it. They probably don't remember it now. So I will just share it quickly. So when I was in class 9th, I was preparing for this examination called IJSO, International Junior Science Olympiad. It's an examination which is held in class 9. It's a very prestigious examination. And before that, nobody knew me. I was like in my class. So at that time, I used to go to my coaching center and all that, and I used to study for that exam. So nobody knew me at that time. Everyone used to be like, "Ki bhai, tu tayari kar raha hai kya exam ki bhai? Tu kaun hai?" Something, that whole underdog story thing. And I ended up doing the best in that examination from not only Udaipur but from the entire state of Rajasthan. And I actually did very well in that exam. So I would not like to go into details and bore you all with what the exam and all that is, but the gist is that I was truly an underdog before that examination. And for the first time in my life, I became someone who had expectations on his shoulders. So when I topped JEE, for those who don't know me, because that was the first time I went mainstream. So for those who don't know me, it was an achievement. But for those who already knew me, it was sort of expected by everyone that I would do well in my JEE. So to point out one life-changing experience, I think that would be class 9th, when I actually achieved my first real achievement or something which I've done well in life. Yeah.
Right. So I guess it truly is a turning point when finally you have that burden on your shoulders, when people start expecting great things. I think a lot of people in our college would relate to it, when people expect you to do well. And I'm sure every student has their parents expecting them to do well. I guess it's extremely relatable as a student to have that. Coming to my next question, I know you said that perspectives can be different, and how society considers an achievement may not be something that you personally consider it as an achievement. So what is it that you consider success to be, and what your success mantra is?
Okay. Yeah, that's a interesting question, because if you talk to anyone who has achieved success in any field, okay, so you are probably studying in IIT Dhanbad, right? So there's a phenomenon among IIT students, at least in the first year, there's a phenomenon in IIT students. So you must have heard this thing from your seniors, कि IIT के अंदर आके अपनी rank को भूल जाओ, right? You might have heard this kind of a statement. Okay, at least in Bombay, it is a thing. Is getting into an IIT not an achievement? It is a big achievement for everybody in India, but not for those who are studying in IIT Dhanbad, right? So I think this is a very key thing to consider about success, that once you achieve some sort of success in any field. So 2 years back or 3 years back, I don't know which year you are in, getting into IIT Dhanbad would have been a big achievement for you. But now it's like, theek hai, chalta hai, I'm already there. So when you obsess yourself with success, ki mujhe to ye goal achieve karni hai, whatever that goal is, the moment you reach that goal, you will be like, ki theek hai, maza nahi aaya, kuch aur karte hain ab. So you will set up an even higher goal for yourself. And the problem with this ideology is that there will come a target that you simply cannot achieve. Okay, because you keep on placing yourself on a higher pedestal. After getting into IIT, it will be like, कि IIT में मुझे top करना है. अच्छा वो भी कर लिया, then you will be like कि और कुछ करना है, और कुछ करना है. So this cycle will never end. And one day there will be a target which you probably cannot achieve because life is limited and your energy is limited as well. So that is why I don't try to keep success targets. Okay, a lot of people have these targets कि मेरे को अपनी company को unicorn company बनाना है, या मुझे XYZ company में placement लेनी है, या मुझे 50 LPA की placement लेनी है, ऐसा something like that. So that is why I stopped having these kind of expectations or ideas कि ये चीज मेरे लिए success है. I don't have that kind of a metric anymore, because it also depends on a lot of factors. Okay, so if you are someone who is coming from, let's say, a very rich family, then your criteria of success will be very different from someone who is from a very small village in a very small district in a distant place, right? You cannot expect that child who is from Sahara Desert to have the same life expectations from the child who is the son or daughter of a billionaire, right? For example. So this is why having absolute success metrics is problematic in my view, and it is much better कि आप एक criteria set कर लो कि मुझे इतनी चीज चाहिए. So for example, you can have a financial target कि मुझे इतने पैसे कमाने हैं, ठीक है? Once you achieve that, then you should focus on other things in your life. Okay, there are a lot of other things as well. You have to, take care of your body. You have to take care of your relationships. You have to learn more things, improve your mind. you have to contribute to the society. I think these are also important things. So your success should not be single minded. Okay, कई लोग के दिमाग में ऐसा होता है कि billionaire बनना है, for example. Yes, there you can, ठीक है, it's a blanket statement to make, but there are a lot of things involved in becoming a billionaire which you probably might not like, and there are a lot of other things which you probably will like that do not coincide with becoming a billionaire, for example. So what I rather suggest is this kind of an approach where you set a metric, in a basic metric, let's say financially or career wise, कि मुझे इतना करना है. After that, you care about other things and growing in them along with your career. Second approach is कि keep on improving yourself every day, every month, or whatever every year, for example. That is also a good approach. But इस तरह से target set कर देना कि I want to become a billionaire. Either you will not reach there, which will make you sad, or even अगर पहुंच भी गए, sorry, तो what after that? What after you become a billionaire? क्या करोगे उसके बाद? What will you do with that $1 billion? Or I think these are also important questions you should ask. So that would be my very complicated answer to your question.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, people usually go with that straightforward definition of success, but success is not just single-minded, as you said, and there are a lot of aspects to it. Moving on, I mean, our audience is pretty excited and we have a whole lot of questions coming in. So let's take one question. Let me pick some students who can ask a question. Let's see. We have Devansh Keria. Devansh, if you would like to ask a question. You can unmute yourself, Devansh.
Yes.
Hi,
Of
Devansh.
course, ma'am. Ma'am, I am Devansh Kedia.
Yeah, you can
Hi.
go ahead and ask your question.
Hello, Devansh.
Yes, good evening, sir. I am Devansh Kedia, and I am very glad to meet you today.
Good evening. Glad to meet you as well.
My question is to you that I am a grade 7 student, and how can I prepare myself best for the JEE exams so that I can get good rank and enroll in the IITs?
Okay.
What all preparations that I have to do from this age only?
Okay. So first of all, I would say the fact that you're preparing for JEE in class 7, I think it's not problematic. अच्छी बात है अगर आप इस तरह की चीज सोच रहे हो. But just for reference, I did not know कि IIT का full form क्या होता है when I was in class 7, and I ended up doing very well in that. Okay. And I think a lot of people who are watching this might be in they are in IIT, right? So they probably didn't know it in class 11th as well. So I would like to say that it is good that you're aware of all these things, but make sure that you're not killing off your development in other areas because of your JEE preparation. Okay, don't look at it like JEE preparation. तुमको physics पढ़ना पसंद है, physics पढ़ो. तुम्हें chemistry पढ़ना पसंद है, maths पढ़ना पसंद है, biology पढ़ना पसंद है, astronomy पढ़ना पसंद है. Whatever you like to study, you can study it. वो सब चीजें आप देख सकते हो, but don't indulge yourself इतना ज्यादा कि आप बाद में burnt out हो जाओ, है ना? Because this happens with a lot of students कि वो class 7th में या 6th में या 8th में IIT का तैयारी एग्जाम्पल करना शुरू कर देते हैं, एंड बाय द टाइम दे एक्चुअली रीच 11th 12th, जब तैयारी सच में करनी होती है तब तक दे बिकम सो बर्नड आउट. उनके अंदर जो पढ़ने का जो होता है ना वो चीज, बिकॉज यू कैन नॉट हैव इट फॉरएवर. ओके, पढ़ने का भी एक पीरियड होता है कि आप लेट्स से 5 to 10 years ही सीरियसली पढ़ाई में ध्यान दे सकते हो. ओके, ये भी एक चीज होती है विच विल रियलाइज व्हेन यू ग्रो अप. तो डोंट वेस्ट ऑल दोज इयर्स. अभी से एंजॉय अ बिट, थोड़ा खेला भी करो, कूदा भी करो, जो भी whatever those. I know you hear this a lot, and I am telling this at the risk of sounding like an old uncle, but do take care of all these things as well. उसके बाद दिन का 2-3 घंटे pick one exam. I picked, for example, I was preparing for IJSO. Okay, when I was your age. उस एक एग्जाम को पकड़ो, उसके पीछे अच्छे से भागो. JEE के लिए अभी से preparation, I think it could be a bit too early. Okay, so you can pick up, let's say, IJSO. Okay, I think that's a good exam to prepare for. Okay, so that is what my advice would be. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I also talk about this a lot on. I have an entire channel set up for this called Acad-boost Junior. I try to post there once a week or so. You can subscribe to that. You can watch that. I have more detailed videos for this on there.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Devansh. Now let's have somebody else. Arushika, if you would like to ask the question.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, all the seniors present here. Myself, Varushika. So today, sir, I want to ask you a question. So when was your biggest failure in your life?
Biggest failure in life?
Yeah.
Okay. I will probably sound a bit arrogant here, but I cannot really recall something which was a failure of sorts. I don't think there are actually many failures in life because there's always something to learn from. Okay, so let's say you don't do well in some, so you are a school student, right? Or which class are you in? Hello?
Arushika?
Sorry, I was not able to unmute myself. Yes, sir, I'm in college only, first year.
Achha, first year college, yeah. So let's say you're in first year college. So if you get, let's say 7 or whatever your target is, I don't know, kya pata 6 aa rahi ho, main 7 bol raha hu, that would be embarrassing. But let's say you want to get X CGPA in your first year. You get X minus 1. Is that a failure? You might think it is a failure, but after 10 years, you will probably not even remember it. Mujhe yaad nahi meri first year mein kya GPA thi. I graduated like 1.5 years back, right? So वो temporary failure है, you can learn from it and improve on it later on. So I don't think I have any failures, even if you look at it objectively, or अगर होगा भी, then this is how I look at it.
I try to keep up with this approach so that I won't feel demotivated by my failures.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Arushika, for that question. Failures are not something that are insurmountable. You can always learn from them and move ahead. It's going on so well, like we could go on talking like this, but let me take a small break here and tell you that our BFX team has got a little something prepared for you. So if you could just have that on the screen. So this is a portrait that has been prepared by a team.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you a lot.
So
I hope you like the small token of love that has been presented to you by the team. One of our first year students, Arpita Singh, she deserves a special mention for making such a special portrait for you. I hope you liked it, sir.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
The team also has a very special announcement to make for the audience. So Pranamika, please go ahead with the announcement.
Yes, Anushka. So yes, we have a very special announcement for you all, for our participants. Team BFXPrism is really grateful for your overwhelming participation, and we have been receiving requests from your schools that the registration phase should be extended, and so the team has decided to extend the registration phase by 10 more days. Precisely the last date of registration would be 10th of June. So you can share this thing with your friends and family so that even they get the opportunity to take part in this event. Also, along with this, I would like to mention you about the School Campus Ambassador program. You can also register yourself in that program. On registering yourself, you will get a coupon code, and you can share this coupon code with your friends and family. And those who will be using the coupon code will be getting ₹50 off on registration. And for solo and duo participants will be getting ₹100 off. Other than that, we will be also enjoying other parts, like we'll be getting certificates. And also, if you use your coupon codes, your coupon code get used by 10 participants, then your registration for a solo stream will be refunded. And also, along with that, if you get together 20 participants, Along with your free registration, you will be rewarded with hoodies and BFXPrism merchandise. Other than that, if your coupon code gets used by 50 participants, then you will be getting 20% of the aggregate money that we have collected from through your coupon code. So yes, you can like register to this program. We will be sharing the link in the chat box right now. Akashdeep, please share the link. So yeah, you can register for that, and you can also connect with your friends and family and ask them to join with us. Join for the event. So that's all. Anushka, you can continue.
Thank you, Pranamika. So I hope you all register for the program and for the event. Talking about the BFX Skillathon, so I would like to ask you what you think about this initiative of ours, the initiative the team has taken regarding organizing this event for school students and teaching them the fundamentals.
I would say that it's a great event. One thing about IITs is that they get a lot of traction from school students. Okay, so there are a lot of people who watch the kind of content which revolves around what the insides of IITs look like, and school students are the primary audience of that, and they really have this dream ki ek din IIT mein jana hai, and all of them have those kind of dreams. So I think it's a nice platform because everyone wants to be at IITs, and if you're helping them be curious about science, engineering, and all of that, I think it's a very good initiative, and I really like the organization because I go to a lot of college events. I attend NITs and triple IITs and some of the IITs, and I think this is one of the more well-organized events out there.
Thank you so much for your words, sir. It will really inspire the team to do even better. So moving on with this, what are your thoughts regarding learning to code or learning these skills, programming skills or graphics and video editing skills this early in the life of a student?
What do you mean by this early? Like when?
Like as in, we have students from class 7, class 8, class 9.
Okay. Yeah. I would say, okay, so there are two ways to look at it is, so if you want to follow the traditional path of JEE preparation, IIT for placements and all that, then you probably don't even need to do all these skill things and all that. Okay, because I will tell you why. Because for example, if you look at me, I didn't know any significant coding before my IIT. Okay, and almost nobody does. Okay, a lot of people claim ki unko Python aati hai, Java. This is not coding. This is not programming. Okay, writing a hello world program, writing a loop, that is not programming. Okay, there's a lot of different things in computer science which even a first year student knows more about programming than 5 years of 6th to 12th ka CS ka course. Okay. So even if you don't learn any of that, you focus well on your exams, get into a good college, there you will learn enough skills. You will have a lot of time to learn all of these things. Okay. Because I think education is something which is very important for you. Okay. A lot of people say ki main video editing seekh lunga and then I will drop out and I will, take clients. See, all that is fine. You can make a lot of money doing that and there's no problem with that. But the problem is that you will not be able to learn biology or physics or history or social science or English, and these are also important things in life. Okay, life does not revolve around ki bas paisa kama liya sab ho gaya. You need to know a lot of things, and there your education is very important. And so I think if you don't want to focus on these things, it's perfectly fine. But if you do want to focus on these things, ki you are learning coding in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th class or 11th, 12th, yes, you can as well, because nowadays the economy is changing. It's changing quite a bit in favor of these things as well. Because if you look at 5 or 10 years back, nobody in class 11th or 12th even was learning coding. Very few people did. Nowadays, a lot of people are, doing all these things. I see a lot of 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds who are doing a lot of different things. They are doing content creation. Someone is doing something in blockchain. Someone is doing something in coding. Someone is, creating their own startup. A lot of things are happening nowadays. So if you want to be that kind of a person, I think that is also perfectly fine. You can do that. There's no harm in it as long as you are clear about what you want. ऐसा नहीं करना है कि दो चीजें करनी है, JEE preparation भी डुबा दी और coding वगैरह सब कुछ डुबा के बैठ गए. That is something which you should not do. Okay, so that is what my advice would be. Even I realized this thing in 2020 that a lot of people are actually preparing for these skill-based things as well in their school years. So because of for which we launched a course called Acad-boost University, where you can learn all of these things. There's a whole channel, there's a whole program which we provide for this exact purpose, so that you can learn different kinds of skills. I think both of them are nice approaches. Depends on what you want out of your life.
All right. So, like I said, few years back, this wasn't the norm. People didn't used to do it. But like, if you had such a chance, like you had a chance to take part in a competition, we have 5 streams here: robotics, app development, web development, graphics and video editing, computer programming. So if you got a chance, which stream would you pick and why?
I think I would pick up robotics because it combines a lot of things that I like. Actually, I really want to pursue robotics someday, but I don't really get the time for it. So I think it's very interesting because it involves mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and computer science at the same time. So that's why I find it very fascinating, because it is very close to. So you are basically creating a mini version of yourself of sorts. A robot. What is a robot? You are creating a structure which can walk, which can do certain things, right? So that is similar to cloning humans, and I really like the concept for this reason.
Right. So robotics is, of course, a very interesting field. So let's move ahead and let's take up a few questions once again, have a little bit of interaction with our audience. So let me pick somebody again. Do we have Akshit here? Akshit, you can ask a question.
Yes, sir. My question is, sir, how did you study that you secured AIR1 in JEE? You were not distracted by anything?
Which class you're in? Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah. What is your class?
Ninth.
Okay. So hi Akshit, right? That's a really interesting question. Actually, when I gave my J in 2017, right? And I was preparing for it in 2015, 16 or so. So fortunately, we didn't have many distractions during our time, but during your time, there are a lot of distractions out there. So first of all, I would say that just cut them off from the root, okay? If possible, don't try to. So if I know that nowadays a lot of people do online learning and all of those things, right? So try to do it with your parents' phone. That would be a good thing to do, because that way you don't have your own personal phone. I think that's a big distraction for a lot of students these days. Okay, if you are serious about your studies, I think that is one root thing that you should cut off. Okay, because agar hogi nahi cheez, to kahan se distraction, like what would happen, right? And second, it's also about really the purpose. Okay, if you're someone who is actually motivated about something, you will not think about your mobile phone, or you will not think about your movies, or you will not think about any XYZ distraction. Not think about that if you are actually having that kind of a passion. So class 9th is something which is very memorable for me. Class 9th, class 12th, and my 3rd year of college. These are 3 years which are really special to me for 3 very different reasons. So class 9th, I explained to you right earlier ki I was preparing for that exam, and I went from being an underdog to being an achiever in class 9. So तब उस समय इतना ज्यादा पैशन अंदर से ही था कि कोई डिस्ट्रैक्शन दिखा ही नहीं. So you have to develop that kind of a passion inside yourself. उतना ज्यादा आपके अंदर वो आना चाहिए. It has to come from within you. No, you cannot. मैं आपको कोई ऐसी टिप नहीं दे सकता हूँ कि मैंने आपको आज टिप दे दी और आप कल मोटिवेट होकर पढ़ने लग गए. That cannot happen. It has to come from inside you. और फिर ये distractions वगैरह ना, ये अपने आप हट जाएंगे. तुम्हारे अंदर जब वो चीज आ जाएगी ना यार कि मुझे तो रैंक लानी है, ये करना है, वो चीज जिस दिन दिमाग में आ जाएगी, आपको खुद ही ऐसा लगेगा कि अरे यार ये चीज हो गई, अब ये चीज पढ़ते हैं. अच्छा ये चीज हो गई, अबे यार ये वाला बच्चा तो और ज्यादा अच्छा पढ़ाई कर रहा है. सो दैट विल ऑटोमेटिकली कम इनसाइड यू. That would be my answer, and good luck to you for your preparations, Akshit.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Akshit. Next up, we have Priyam. Priyam, if you ask a question, go ahead. All right.
I think Sujit has a good question.
sir.
Yeah, I think there are a few more good questions. Like there's a question from Sujit Kumar, if he's around, because he's been asking for a while now.
Sujit Kumar, if you would like to unmute yourself and read out your question yourself. Okay, I'll just read out his question myself. How did you manage all your works in a day? Like you had class to attend in college, YouTube, work videos, academic work, and thinking of your business and education and practicing your classwork and many other work. Where did you get all your energy from?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think this is a very important question for college students as well. That how do you manage your time? Because every college student is doing 2 or 3 things at the same time. They are managing A, their academics, B, their career in some field. So even if you want to be a software engineer, which is a very common choice among students these days, you will be practicing coding, you will be practicing interviews, you will be practicing all kinds of things on your own, not from your college studies, right? It will be very different kind of a preparation. And see, they are also doing something else. They are doing their hobby, or they are doing their social life, or they are doing some club management. You are, for example, in this club, right? Artifex, whatever the name of the club. I think it's, yeah, BeingArtifex. So you are doing this thing as well. So these are 3 different things you have to manage. So I would say first thing is to prioritize and decide very carefully what these 3 things are, right? So you cannot be like doing 5 kinds of things कि पढ़ाई किसी और चीज में, क्लब कोई और, हॉबी कुछ और चल रही है, फिर स्टार्टअप कुछ और चल रहा है, फिर 5 चीजें करोगे, then you will get confused. You will have to make compromises. So in my case, I did only 2 things. First, I focused on my academics because मुझे मतलब I'm a very academic kind of a person. तो मुझे उसमें तो I cannot imagine कि मैं अपनी पढ़ाई छोड़ के कुछ और करूँ. That is something very dear to me. And second, I focused on Acad-boost. Nothing else. बस ये 2 चीजें. I didn't have any clubs which I was joined in. I didn't have any other activities which I did. I didn't prepare for any interviews or nothing because पहले से decided था कि I want to do something in this only. Okay. Part of what helped me was कि मेरा पहले से income start हो गया था काफी, and I was making good money with Acad-boost since my second year or so. तो इसलिए वो वाली चिंता थी नहीं placement वाली, right? So that shed some burden off my shoulders. So इसलिए 2 ही चीजें मैनेज करनी थी तो हो जाती थी. So I would say it is not about how I did it. It is more about how you prioritize कि आपको क्या चीजें important है and what is not so important. I think ये classification जिस दिन हो जाएगी, you will automatically be able to take out more time from your schedule. Yeah.
So we all need to learn prioritization and figure out what we really want. Okay, next up, we have, let's see, Kamlesh, if you would like to ask a question. All right, I guess not. Okay, we'll take any more questions at the end of the session again. But, oh, okay. He is not able to unmute himself. So if the host could just unmute him.
Yeah, hello, sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Kamlesh.
Hi, Kamlesh.
So I'm a student of first year BTech, and I wanted to ask you that how have you developed your personality as a motivational speaker? Because you have been working with Acad-boost, you have been motivating several aspirants, you have been guiding them throughout their journey. So how have you developed yourself as a motivational speaker?
Yeah, I think see, इसमें ऐसा मैंने कोई conscious thought नहीं डाला, and it was not something कि I never put too much effort into my content on YouTube because वो बहुत ही natural आता है, right? So I prepared for JEE. So I make basically 3 or 4 kinds of content on YouTube. One is about JEE preparation, one is about your college and उसमें कैसे क्या करना है, and third is this general how to study and how to be a better student, the study motivation thing which you're talking about, all that stuff. So ये तीनों चीजें naturally आती है अंदर से कि JEE preparation पता है कैसे करनी है, की हुई है, रैंक आई हुई है, तो अंदर से confidence it comes out automatically कि you don't have to prepare for it. अगर आपको कोई चीज नहीं आती है उसके लिए बहुत बार प्रिपेयर करना पड़ता है कि सोच सोच के स्क्रिप्ट बना के बोलते हैं लोग कि मतलब स्क्रिप्ट बनी हुई होगी सामने उसको पढ़ रहे हैं. सो दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच इज क्वाइट इनऑथेंटिक और उसमें कॉन्फिडेंस भी कम आता है. कॉलेज लाइफ भी अच्छे से आई हैव लिव्ड अ वेरी गुड कॉलेज लाइफ एंड सब कुछ अच्छा किया था कॉलेज में, तो अंदर से वो चीज आ जाती है. सो आई वुड से कि इफ यू आर good at something, okay, whatever your profession is, if you are preparing for engineering, if you are preparing for anything, if you are actually good at it, अंदर से अपने आप वो confidence it comes out of yourself. थोड़ा बहुत बोलते हैं, practice हो जाती है, फिर अपने आप चीजें they become better. So that is how I gained the confidence, probably, if that answers your question.
All right. So thank you, Kamlesh, for your question. So there's one more question that we have. Okay, there are a lot of questions coming up. So here there's a question from Soumya Ranjan. Soumya,
Okay.
if you'd like to unmute yourself and ask a question yourself.
That's one hell of a question. Hi, good evening, Soumya.
I recently discovered I just saw on your YouTube channel, but I was really confused. Like, I have less time, and you said to cover a lot of syllabus, like we have to cover 11, 12, etc. And you also told us about time management and all of the things. So, what did you like? What study method did you follow? Like, I followed like ask and answer technique. So what did you follow to understand the concepts easily?
Okay. I would say that, yeah, there's some kind of a disturbance. Yeah, I would like to say that, first of all, it's a good thing that you discovered all these things early on. A lot of people simply don't discover them. Okay, और फिर 11th 12th में जाके उनको पता चलता है कि यार ऐसा कुछ होता भी है. And because of that, आगे जाके बहुत problems होती हैं. So first of all, you should not feel sad कि आपने इतना late discover किया. You're actually very early in life. When you are 14 or 15 years old, सबको लगता है कि अरे यार दुनिया खत्म. See, you have a lot of long way to go. Okay, you have a very long way to go. Okay, even I am only 23 years old. मुझे maybe like a lot of things are left in my life, but take me from it कि you have a long way to go. And जो असली चीज होती है ना, that is during your JEE preparation. JEE preparation तो life start होती है, आप कह सकते हो, और तब भी नहीं होती है वैसे तो. After you get into your college, you start your job, तब your career and your life start. So you're not late by any measure. That is the first thing which I would like to say. Second thing, coming to your IJSO thing, I would say कि do whatever the best you can do, because see, in the long run, IJSO utna matter. It is a good exam. I know that it's an officially recognized Olympiad. It's a very big deal, but in the end, matter ये करेगा कि आपकी JEE में क्या rank आई. Okay, the first thing in your career that will actually matter the most. So you have a lot of time for that. तो आपकी ये जो चल रही है ना अभी exams जो आप देते हो, IJSO, NTC, all these are like preparations for the main thing later on in your 11th 12th, right? तो अभी जितना हो सकता है दे दो, and whatever your exam result comes, good, well and good. Okay, फिर आगे 10वीं से हम better preparation, अपनी जो best preparation अपनी होगी वो हम 10th class से देना मुझे लगता है शुरू करेंगे. And by the way, you have entered class 9th now, right? So I think 1 year is more than enough to prepare for IJSO from the scratch even. Okay, you can take up some online courses. Even on Acad-boost, we have some courses for IJSO, or you can do self-study from start with your 9th 10th books. फिर उसमें से जो topics समझ में आ गए, उनके PYQ solve करो. फिर उसमें जो चीजें समझ में नहीं आए, देखो 11th 12th की बुक से या 9th 10th की बुक से कि कैसे करना है हमको. ऐसे धीरे-धीरे incrementally चलना पड़ेगा. Okay, so enjoy the process. Don't think of the result. I think that is the best way to prepare for anything.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Soumya, for that question. So we can take one more question here. Harshvardhan, if you would like to ask a question, you can unmute yourself.
Hello, sir. That's Harshvardhan.
Hi, Harshvardhan.
Sir, my question is that what made you to pursue your career in entrepreneurship besides engineering, as we know that you had did computer science engineering from IIT Dhanbad?
IIT Bombay, but I would first like to know what is what do you do right now? Are you a school student or are you in college? What do you do?
Sir, I am a school student. I'm in grade 9.
Okay. I would like to say कि see, you will realize this a bit later कि लाइफ में ऐसा नहीं होता है कि see, you will prepare for some one thing, आप अपनी डिग्री किसी और चीज में करोगे, और वहां पे ऐसा जरूरी नहीं होता है आईटी में जाके कि आपने मेटलर्जिकल इंजीनियरिंग में डिग्री की है तो आप मेटलर्जिकल इंजीनियरिंग में करियर बनाओगे. दैट इट डज नॉट वर्क लाइक दैट. आप वो चीज चूज करते हो जो फाइनेंशियली हो गया, आपके करियर वाइज सबसे बेस्ट चीज है. ओके, एक एनालॉजी लेते हैं. अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु प्ले क्रिकेट started off as footballers, and a lot of footballers they started out as, let's say, some other sport. तो उनको अपॉर्चुनिटी जिस एरिया में मिली वो उसमें मूव ऑन हो गए क्योंकि स्किल सेट सिमिलर है ना. देयर यू नीड एथलेटिक एबिलिटीज. फुटबॉल में भी एथलेटिक एबिलिटी चाहिए, बास्केटबॉल में भी चाहिए, बस थोड़ा स्किल थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है, बस समझ रहे हो. तो वैसे ही यहाँ पे भी ऐसा होता है, इफ यू गेट अ बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी इन सम अदर करियर. सो आई वाज डूइंग इंजीनियरिंग फ्रॉम आईआईटी बॉम्बे. यू आर राइट अबाउट दैट. मैं प्लेसमेंट लेता तो लेट्स से एक फाइनेंशियल अपॉर्चुनिटी बन रही थी एक्स रुपीस की वर्क की जॉब की. नाउ इफ यू आर डूइंग अ बिजनेस ऑफ एनी अदर थिंग, कोई भी चीज Acad-boost को भी साइड में रखते हैं, एंड इट विल जनरेट यू 3 times more money, it will give you 2 times more connection, you will be running your own company at the age of 19 or 20. तो वो एक बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी हो गई. समझ रहे हो क्या कह रहा हूँ मैं. तो इसलिए कई बार करियर स्विचेस किए जाते हैं अगर आप एक ही तरीके से वो करते हो. बिकॉज इफ यू लुक एट इट, जैसे अब कई लोग आईआईटी करके आईएएस बनते हैं, तो अब आईएएस का और कंप्यूटर साइंस का कोई रिलेशन थोड़ी हुआ. तो ऐसे आप ये थोड़ी कह सकते हो कि उन्होंने अपनी आईआईटी डिग्री वेस्ट कर दी, राइट. सो करियर ऐसे लिनियरली नहीं चलता है. काफी सारी जगहों पर बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स देखे जाते हैं, फिर डिसीजन ली जाती है. इसीलिए मैंने पहले आपकी क्लास पूछ ली कि आप अभी कौन सी क्लास में हो, आपका एक्सपीरियंस लेवल कितना है. तो थोड़ा जब आप बड़े होगे ना, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड योरसेल्फ कि करियर्स में आगे चल के किस तरह से हमें डिसीजन लेनी पड़ती है जो हमारी ग्रोथ को ऑप्टिमाइज करे. So that was a very good question for your age, I would say, and thanks for asking. Hope that answers it. Yeah. Good.
Thank you, Harshvardhan. So if you have any more questions, if time permits, we might take them up at the end, so you can put them in the chat. This event is also a felicitation ceremony for a pre-event that we had, which is Corso Practiso. It was an event in which the children had participated. So, sir, I would request you to announce the winners for that.
Okay. Where can I see the list for that?
Sir, the list had been mailed to you, but
okay, I'll have to.
If the team could actually send it to sir again right now.
That would be appreciable because I have a lot of emails and I'm a bit lost here.
So, Pranamika, is the team sending it? Just a moment.
Yeah. Or you can even message me privately on Zoom. That is also okay. I did have the email list with me, but it's lost in, I cannot find it.
It's all right, sir. And maybe I'll just send it to you on Zoom itself.
Okay, yeah, sure. That would be great. So where can I see the chat? Have you sent the message?
Not yet, sir. I'm just sending it. Yeah, now you should have received it.
Yeah. So, Vartasvi Mishra, Shombita Bandyopadhyay and Jia Sushan, Team Brainiacs. The third winner is Ayushi Kumari and Sunena Singh, Team High Pro, which stands for High Programmers. Fourth prize is for Soumya Anand, and the fifth prize is for Dishita Pandey. Congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you for that announcement, sir. I congratulate all the winners. And if the winners are at the meeting right now, so we would all like to hear from them. So let's start with Varchasvi. Varchasvi, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. I'm glad that I got this opportunity where I got to talk to you all. And I would like to thank the whole team of BeingArtifex for providing me this wonderful opportunity. And hearing it from Kalpit sir means a lot. So thank you.
Thank you so much for your words,
Congratulations.
Varchasvi. Second, we have Team Brainiacs. If any one of you would like to share your thoughts with experience.
Team Brainiacs, I'm Shambhata this side. I'm from grade 10th. And it is a great pleasure to meet Sir Kalpit. And I had no idea that this would be a chance to meet someone with a perfect score someday, like that too in JEE. So thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much,
Congrats.
Shambhata. Next, we have at the third position the Team Hypro. So someone from Team Hypro, if they would like to say something.
Hello, I'm Sunana Singh from Team High Programmers, and I'm very glad to meet Kalpit sir as he has gained the perfect score, and J is something like my dream to achieve, and it's a great opportunity that we will learn something, and I would love to work with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sunana. Last, we have Dishita Pandey. So sorry for that. We have Soumya Anand before that. So Soumya.
Hi. Hi, my name is Soumya, and first of all, I would like to thank the team Artifex for providing me this chance. And secondly, I would like to thank my friends who helped me to make the video. I'm really glad to have them. And also, sir, I'm really glad to be in the same session as yours and to get to know you and your strategies. And thank you.
Thank you, Soumya, and congratulations. Next up, we have Ad Pandey. So Dishita. Hi, Dishita.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you for providing us the opportunity, BFX, and I took part in the Skeleton last year also, so I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dishita, for that. So congratulations to all the winners. And we have an ongoing pre-event as well. It's called the Idea, and the registrations are going on. So you can go ahead and register for that as well. All of the students, those who participated in cursor practice or those who haven't participated, those who missed the chance, you have it again. This is another event, Idea Pitch. And we'll have more events along with the learning phase of the Skillathon. So be ready and please register for that. And I hope you have a great time with it. Once again, congratulations to all the winners. Now, coming back to our conversation here. So if anybody has any more questions, you can always put them in the chat. I'll start with one question that one of the students had. It was, does it matter if what we score in 10th and 12th once we are in an IIT?
Yeah, I would say if you're in IIT, a lot of doors will open for you and it doesn't matter too much. Okay. But in some cases it can. For example, during your admissions in IIMs, I don't know what's the news about this in 2022, but at least a few years back, your class 10th and 12th marks also count in the admission process. I don't know if they count as much as in your BTech or as much as your BTech score. That is something you will need to study about. But having good scores in class 10th and 12th never hurt. Okay, it never hurts to do well in them. So prepare for the best if you're already there. But अगर हो चुका है and you're in IIT और 10 में या 10th में you scored low, तो इतना नहीं सोचना है, because you have a lot of other doors to open. Remember, life कभी एकदम से shut नहीं हो जाती आपके सामने. You will always have an opportunity, but it's always nice to have good scores.
Thank you, sir. It would be great if you could share some words for the participating students and for the BFX team that we have here.
Yeah, so I would like to say to all the students participated, congratulations to them. Not a lot of people participate in such events. I remember कि मेरा first इस तरह का event, I participated in IIT first year. There's an event in IIT Bombay called XLR8, where we have to design a bot which is all that Bluetooth and Arduino, and we built all of that stuff in first year. So first time मैंने वो चीजें तब शुरू करी थी. उससे पहले I used to make these small motors and these simple RC cars. वो सब होता था, but making a good level of a robot or anything like that, any app or something like that, I did that for the first time when I was 18 years old in IIT. But you guys are doing that much before that. That is very appreciable, and all of those who are here are winners. Okay, कोई भी यहाँ पे हार के तो जा ही नहीं रहा है, because even participating in such an event by an IIT, वो भी in itself it's a very big deal. Okay, and if you have won, then it's an even better thing. It will help you a lot in your life, by the way. Okay, it really looks well on someone's resume if they have won these kind of competitions so early in their life. Okay, so congratulations to all the winners, and also to everyone who has participated. There was this girl, I think Dishita Pandey, right, who participated last year. I don't know if she won or not, but she's participating again, probably because she did not win. So if you have won already, great. But if you look at her, she did not win, or she's participating again, right? That is the minimum we can confirm. So she has won now. So if someone did not win last time, you can take her as an inspiration and come again. Or if you have already won this time, you can always participate again and win another prize if that is what she did. So no one is a loser today. Everyone has won in a way. And I would like to congratulate the team of Being BFX as well, the entire team of Skillathon, because conducting such events in college is also a very big deal. I know it takes up a lot of work. Even if done in an online fashion, it takes up a lot of work. You have to set up all these things, and coordination is really, really hard when you're online, right? So congratulations to all of you for that. Even this kind of an experience will help you a lot in your careers later in your life. And overall, amazing organization. Thanks to Pranamika for the coordination and Anushka for the hosting. And yeah, great.
Thank you so much, sir. We are almost at the end of this event of ours. We'll just take a few more questions from our audience, and then we'll call it a day. So Suryansh, if you would like to ask your question, please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Suryansh. You can ask a question.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Suryansh. I'm in class 10th and I'm very happy to meet you.
Yeah, I'm happy to meet you as well.
I want to ask that how to begin the preparation of IIT, or which coaching you choose for the preparation of IIT. And my long-term goal is to become a scientist in ISRO. So how to prepare for that? Thanks.
All right. So first of all, I would say that, see, which coaching to choose, I think we're probably not the place to endorse any institution, but I would say that choose whatever is close to you. First of all, you have to look at that. If there's some place close to you which is good, you can join it. You can choose online platforms like Acad-boost always, or you can go to quota. That is also an option. So that is up to you and your family situation and your financial and all of those things, because that is something, it's a very big question, and we cannot answer it in a web stream like that. But what I would say is what matters much more than which coaching you're on is what kind of a preparation you do, how much hardworking you are, and all that matters a lot more. So probably focus on that. And it's nice to know that you want to become a scientist at ISRO. But then my question would probably be that why are you then not aiming for an exam like ISR or KVPY? Okay, that would be my question. But I'm sure you will resolve it. And preparing for IIT is a very good decision. Even if you want to become a scientist at ISRO, I know a lot of people who go on to become scientists after IIT. So good luck to you.
Thank you for that question. Aman Parwar, I think you were trying to ask a question in the chats. So if you would like to go ahead.
Good morning, sir. This is Aman Purvar. I'm very glad to meet you all here.
Yeah,
So my question is, what's the right stage to begin the preparation for IIT, and how to begin? What's the correct part to begin IIT, and what's the crux we have to just clear for preparing for IIT?
Yeah. So I think you know the answers for all of these questions, but I'll reiterate them for you. The first answer is the best time to prepare for is now. Second is that what is the crux? I think the crux is, which you probably already know, is that you have to prepare your best, work hard, and study regularly. I think that is the key behind any goal, right? I have made a lot of more detailed content on YouTube and even on our blog. If you check out on acad-boost.com, there's a whole blog where there's a lot of content about preparing for JEE. So you can look over your specific things there. But it's 99%. It's about your grit, your determination, your inside motivation. I think that is 99% of your JEE preparation. Okay, so I'll wish you good luck for that, and I'm pretty sure that you will do well because you are so aware of it, probably quite early on in your life, right? So good luck.
Thank you, Aman, for that question. And now I'll just ask one last question to you, sir, before we part ways. And the last question is, this actually came from our college students only. And the question was, how do you deal with negativity, or when you feel like you cannot cope with something, or you're finding it something you're stuck somewhere? How do you deal with that block?
Okay, I would say that, okay, I think this is one area where even I used to struggle quite a bit. I fixed it quite a lot recently, but I used to struggle with it anyway. See, negativity will come in your life no matter what you do, because I said, I think in a few minutes back, that let's say you set up a certain goal कि मुझे ये चीज करनी है. Now, once you achieve that ये चीज, उसके बाद क्या? So first is this kind of a negativity, and even if you cannot achieve that kind of a thing, कि जो भी target है, it doesn't have to be a career target. It could be anything. You wanted a better relationship with your family or someone or whatever, and you couldn't achieve it. That sets up sadness as well. It doesn't just have to be from a career. So even if you achieve it, then you will think कि अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है क्योंकि there's something more to do. Even if you don't achieve, तो भी लगता है कि अरे यार ये चीज नहीं मिली. So I think the one thing which I'm learning a lot these days is about having more contentment in what you want, because nowadays, what's the problem with this generation or this these times is that we are constantly looking at how others are living their lives. Okay, so there was this person who called me, who asked me that how did I gain the confidence to become a motivational speaker. I would say that the rise of this phenomenon, I don't really identify myself as one, although I understand why many people would look at me that way. But there's a lot of people are looking at others कि हमें अपनी जिंदगी कैसे बितानी है. They want to learn from others. Okay, कि हम ये चीज कैसे करें. Okay, so यहाँ पे तो फिर भी people are asking for their JEE preparation. But a lot of people nowadays just look at others कि वो क्या कर रहे हैं. They don't try to look at their own lives and improve it. They just want what others want. It is very easy to look at someone else कि कोई तो अरे भाई ये बंदा तो दुबई में घूम रहा है, हम तो यहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं गाँव में. So it is very easy to have these kind of thoughts, and I think half of the negativity in life comes from these things only. We are constantly comparing ourselves with others. If you look at it, most of us, so you are saying that this is coming from someone in your college, right? So you are from IIT Dhanbad. You saw yourself right now, at least 4 or 5 kids here asked me कि IIT में क्या चीज़ है. Those 4 or 5 kids would trade anything in their lives to become who you are. Okay, this, what was the name of that guy? Yeah, I forgot, but a lot of people asked, right in front of all of you. So you have to understand, you have to learn a bit of contentment in life as well. कि अभी आप जो कर रहे हो, that is also the dream of a lot of people. It's not even good. It's a dream of many people. So that is one thing which helps you avoid negativity. Ki even if something bad happens, you are probably already doing much well in life compared to a lot of other people. So I'm not asking you to cut off your ambitions and become a sadhu. I'm not saying all of those things. That is a choice you can make. But what I'm trying to say is ki even if something bad happens, you should probably try to detach yourself from the results and look more at the process and try to enjoy and give your best. Okay. Because most of us are already doing well in their lives. They just don't realize it. Okay. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you so much. It truly does. As in, we spend so much time comparing ourselves with others when we could just try to be content while moving forward. It has been such a beautiful evening talking to you, interacting with you. You interacted with the students. Thank you so much for being here.
Anushka, since we have tried to play the video in the very beginning and we could not do it, so let's have this video right now once again.
Yeah, sure.
Let's cherish his presence once again. So, Kude, can you please play the video?
Is screen is visible?
Yes, it is.
काफ़ी पढ़ता था तो मेरे पेरेंट्स मुझे कहते थे कि यार इतना क्यों पढ़ रहा है, व्हाई यू डूइंग सो मच. मेरे फ्रेंड्स मुझे कहते थे, बट नाउ आई रियलाइज कि यार वो छोड़ा, इट हैड सम पे ऑफ, रिजल्ट मिला. तो हैप्पीनेस को चेज करना इज नॉट अ वेरी गुड थिंग इन माई ओपिनियन. व्हाट यू शुड चेज इज समथिंग विच विल मेक यू हैप्पी इन द लॉन्ग रन. जो आपके लिए यूजफुल हो उसको चेज करो.
All right. So we couldn't see it properly before, but thank you for that wonderful video. It was Ayush Shikate and Ayush Gupta. They are the members of BFX who have worked hard on this video. So thank you very much for that video. And with that, I guess it's a very good way to wrap up, I guess. So thank you so much for being here. I would like to once again thank all the professors, Professor Pankaj Mishra, Professor Ajit Kumar. Then we have Professor Akansha Sinha, Professor Camelia Chaudhary. Without all of your support and your guidance, this would not have been possible. Thank you, Professor Ajit and Professor Akansha, for attending it and for speaking to us, addressing us. Thank you so much to the audience for being here, for listening and interacting. Thank you to the students for participating. Congratulations to the winners. And I hope that all of you will register for the coming events as well. We have the Pitch the Idea event coming up, the Idea Pitch, it's called. And I hope that you all register. Thank you so much for being here today. And with that, I say good night and goodbye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, sir, once again.
Thank you so much.
I guess we can end this meeting here.
हेलो, सिंगल एंड कर लो, ठीक है मीट को.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ending the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.